Hello there guys, today I wanted to just make a quick video on how to create a free account on LICHESS. So if you go into your browser and click on LICHESS, lichess.org, and then on the top right here you see it says sign in. You click on sign in and it says username, email and password. You don't have that at the moment, so you need to click on register. Now at this point I'm going to suggest everyone to use WMGS for WMG Academy Study Hall, and use your last name, so WMGS then your last name. Password, I suggest you use your password for logging into your school email. Then here you put your school email in here as well, and then this you need to click on this four buttons here. It's important that you do that or it's not going to create the account. And then you click on this big register button, and once you do that, it's going to send you an email to your email account, and then you need to click on the link in your email account, and that should bring you back into the system. So do that now, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like on the back end when you've logged in. Yeah, welcome back. So hopefully you've all watched the how chess works video, and you've all set up your accounts, and everybody is now on this page. Now what I wanted to do is now that everybody has got their account for LICHESS, I wanted to go through, for the benefit of those that maybe are very new to chess, I wanted to go through a little bit of the interface, what it looks like, and the kinds of things that you can do to kind of help you improve your chess. So for people who are beginners who maybe want to improve, I wanted to kind of tell you where to go. So if you click on learn and click on chess basics, now here it gives you kind of all the pieces that you have, the chess pieces you have. So if I click on this rook, for example, it kind of tells you how the rook moves. So if you click here, it kind of tells you, so I can go from here to this side just to practice how it moves. If I go down here, it moves, so I can just click and move around the board on different points just to see how it moves. And this is how the rook moves. I can do the same for the bishop. If I click on bishop, and the bishop itself moves like this, so I can just move around the board. It moves diagonally around, so everywhere like that. So this is so you can practice for the various pieces how they move, and just have a go and have a play, really, just to get a bit confident with the movement of all the pieces, because chess, you really have to know how the pieces move to be able to make the most of it. Now the king as well, so the king only moves one square, so it can move one square in any direction, so you can just practice that. And then finally the knight is the one that can jump over pieces, so it moves in the L direction. So if I click here, I can go around to any of these points, so I can come this way. It always moves in an L direction. It goes from a black square to a square of a different color. So this one is from here, you can go from a black square here to a white square, you just keep jumping around like that. Always moves in L direction, so you see, always makes L. Okay, so those are the pieces. If I click on if I go back to basics again, and then once I've gone through all the pieces, you can look at the fundamentals, so things like how you capture pieces. You can also practice that, so practicing, so I can click here and capture this pawn. So I've captured the pawn using the rook, so just practicing stuff like that. This queen can capture this pawn, but the rook will capture the queen. So if you capture that, and the rook will capture the queen, so you practice stuff like that. So that's practice one. So if I capture this, the rook will capture the queen. So protection, you can also practice protection, how to protect stuff. So if I move from here to here, the bishop will capture the rook. So you can't move to a square where you're being attacked. So these are places where you can practice stuff like that. Okay, practice different things. So so you don't move to that square, you move to this square, so that way you're protected. So this can move. I can capture this, or the knight can move. The knight can move in any direction. So if I move here, the queen will capture the knight. So this is where you practice stuff like that. Combat. So you can look through all the sections and have a go, really. So so this one can go this way and attack this. If it attacks that, this can take that. So you can practice different parts of this fundamental section. Checking one, how to check. So you can move here and check the king. Now I'm attacking the king. It's called a check. Okay, so you practice all this different stuff, okay, especially for those that are just starting. Then if you finish the fundamental section, you can go to the intermediate section just to practice a little bit of various parts of chess. This is the board setup, how the boards are set up at the very start. Okay, so you can practice that, and moving the pawn, how to move the pawn and stuff like that. This can move down here. This, so you can practice all that stuff and different things, really. Okay, so now let's go back to the start again. Now if you're a little bit more, maybe you already know how to play chess, you just want to practice a little bit more, the different kinds of games that you can play, different time controls. These are called time controls. So this is 10 minutes for each person, and extra 5 seconds for each move after your 10 moves has elapsed. This is 15 and extra 10 seconds. So I suggest you stick to one of these time controls. So if you want to do here, you can play a game against somebody. If I click on this, let's see what happens. The system will randomly pick somebody for me to play against. So this is my, if you look at my login, this is my own unique username. So it's picked somebody called Javier, whatever, 018. So I'm playing against that person now. So if I click here, I can move the pawn. So if you understand how to play, you can come here and practice and play against somebody, and when you make a move, the person can move, and just to practice. And that's what you could do as well. So if you a little bit understand how the pieces move and stuff like that, you can come here for to practice all that stuff. Okay, you can also play against the computer if you want. Here you can pick the strength of the computer you're going to play with. Okay, if I want to play with at the stand, you just click here, and then I choose what color I want to be. If I click on white, so I'm going to be white against the computer, and then I can just play a quick game against the computer. So that's something else you can do. If you don't want to play against a random person, you can play against the computer. So I just wanted to shoot this quick video, so hopefully you can have a play on this website if this is the first time of using LICHESS. So just have a play around and get used to it. Okay, thank you.